DoorDash drivers, brazen demands, reignite, fierce tipping debate, insane ask. Particularly bold DoorDash driver unwittingly reignited the ongoing debate over tipping.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you a DoorDash driver, you should do everything in your power to have as least communication with the customer as humanly possible. Pick up the order and drop it off. And that's it. We got ourselves a dasher here who then took it upon himself to demand more tip from the customer. Absolutely insane. So this DoorDash driver decided, since he wanted to go out and dash in the rain, totally his decision, he decided he gonna send the customer a message demanding extra compensation in order to facilitate this order. Absolutely insane. Now, this is an easy way to get yourself deactivated from the DoorDash platform. The driver said, it's heavily raining out here. If you could add compensation, that would be greatly appreciated and helpful. And while I will commend him for being nice and respectable in the way he asked, that's still a big no-no. He goes on to say, driving more than 10 miles to get your food delivered. Wait, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. In this article, the customer said they tipped $5. If the customer tipped $5 and DoorDash pays $2 in base pay, why are we accepting orders that's saying $7 for 10 miles and then messaging the customer requesting a higher tip? This makes absolutely no sense. So you already done messed up 5-6 times before you even get to the part where you writing this message on the in-app chat. You done already messed up because you wasn't thinking about miles to money ratio. You wasn't thinking about round trip miles. You wasn't thinking about what merchant am I picking up from. Is this good? Is this order good enough? Is this something? You wasn't thinking about none of that. All you was thinking about is, I want to make DoorDash happy, but I'm also leverage this customer, basically hold their food hostage and try to get some more money. And the first thing that comes to mind when thinking about this is, ain't no way this dasher has never done this before. There is no way. You don't wake up as a dasher, take a bad order, and decide that you're finna message the customer asking for more money. You don't do that. This is not his first time. He definitely did this before, and he finally got caught. It's really quite surprising that no other customers have reported this in the past, because DoorDash don't play. If you mention the word tip, you mention anything about money, you mention anything about anything, that in-app chat be on it like that. So this dasher probably got away with this for a nice little amount of time, but it's quite unacceptable. First and foremost, you're making the whole DoorDash community look bad. Yes, you're making the dashers look bad, and you're making the customer look bad, because ain't nobody need to know their business. Ain't nobody even need to know they only tipped $5 on a 10-mile delivery. But now we know that not only is the customer dumb, you dumb as hell too for taking the order. And then on top of it, add an extra layer of stupidity. You done went and got yourself deactivated, lost all access to being able to earn on the platform. It just makes no sense. I'm gonna quickly go over this article. DoorDash drivers, brazen demands, reignite, fierce tipping debate, insane ask. Let's go ahead and read over this real quick and see if we can get a better understanding. A particularly bold DoorDash driver unwittingly reignited the ongoing debate over tipping with a baffling request for more money before he even delivered the customer's takeout meal. Now, an important thing to note, no, we don't want to do that. This customer tipped $5. The riled up recipient explained that they tipped $5 in advance on the bill. And as we stated earlier, this was a 10-mile delivery, guys. So we are dealing with a trash customer. They tipped $5 on a 10-mile delivery. And we dealing with a trash dasher because they accepted this $7 order going 10 miles and started to request even more money. DoorDash is sending me $6.50 for 8 miles. Going in the wrong direction, too. We is not taking that. That's going to be a decline. Joe's Pizza and Pasta, appreciate the opportunity, but we will not be taking that order. He even sent photographic evidence to back up his claims, show him images of torrential downpours flooding area streets. All righty, you have a great one.
You too, thank you.
All right. So they had the order ready. They got drive-through pickup. And he followed up with a message that reads, "It's heavily raining out here. If you can add compensation, that will be greatly appreciated." This Dasher is absolutely insane. The customer was not convinced. I looked it up and it was not 10 miles away. These customers be lying. But I believe the Dasher. If he say it was a 10-mile delivery, I believe it, because these customers don't know what they be talking about. News of this drew greater responses. While many readers, some of them DoorDash workers themselves, sympathize with the Dasher, they also said you can never be asking for money. And I agree with these Dashers. Like, you know, I know it's hard out here. DoorDash don't pay nothing. They manipulate the drivers into taking stupid orders like this. And it's hard to make money. You got to be dealing with reasonable, generous, decent customers. And this customer is not any of those things. They tip $5. They live 10 miles away. Wouldn't have been my customer. They go on to say, tipping more just because it's raining? Tipping more just because it's raining? You must be crazy. Thought that they acknowledged that the extreme weather can make delivery more frustrating and dangerous. And that's true. Should be giving Dashers more money because it's raining. You got to make sure you're dealing with the good customers who trying to give you that extra money. Don't be accepting no bad order then hoping the customer have a change of heart. It just don't work like that. I was dashing the other day. I got a storm warning on my phone. It went from calm to really bad in a matter of 10 minutes. Another worker said, "It's materially more dangerous when I drive in heavy rain." And this is true. But again, try to sift through those trash customers. Avoid them, because you want to be delivering to the best of the best customer base, especially when it's raining. Now, you guys might remember a video that went viral a little while back. A lady held a customer's order hostage at the door, demanding more tip, talking about she drove 10, 15 miles, and it was pretty much a similar situation. These customers don't care how far away the merchant is. They don't care how much they order costs. They don't care that DoorDash only pay us $2. So stop trying to make the customer care. They will never care. The customers is getting charged crazy prices through the DoorDash app, right? But they still willing to place that order and part with that money and give it to DoorDash. So you better believe after DoorDash then bent them over backwards, they not trying to give you nothing extra. So if you want to avoid this, I would suggest you do this. First of all, stop doing 10-mile orders. Anybody that live 10 miles away is never finna respect the Dasher, okay? Only people that live 1 to 4 miles away respect the Dasher. And then again, if this customer's only tipping $5, they can't be living 10 miles away. They not about to be my customer. I'm not taking that chance delivering to them. They probably a scumbag, and they probably finna have me out there driving 10 miles back with a frown on my face. Number 2, never message the customer under any circumstances. I don't care if it's a substitution and they out. I don't care if you can't find the address. I don't care if Jesus Christ then came back and he taking everybody up to heaven, but this customer need a phone. I don't care about none of that. You never message the customer. Never. Because anything you say to them can be misconstrued, misinterpreted, and you just don't want that problem. You just don't want that smoke. You want to be able to deliver on the platform in the future and make your money. So you should never let one customer be the reason you don't got access. Just don't do it. I really hope this video helps somebody out there, because I don't like to hear Dashers losing access to earning that money. But let's be honest, some of these Dashers out here is stupid, and we might have to go ahead and get rid of them. We might have to. So just make sure you're not one of these dumb Dashers out here. DoorDash said extra $7 for 4 miles. Nah, I'm good. Make sure you're making the right decision, and make sure you always hit that like button and that subscribe button whenever you find one of my videos. Stop playing with me. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Make sure that you never message the customer unless you absolutely have to. Be aware that the DoorDash chat is always paying attention to whatever you say to the customer. So I always advise that you keep communication down to a minimal when doing DoorDash, Uber Eats, or any of the other gig apps. If you found this video helpful, entertaining, or it just helped you waste a few minutes, do me a favor, hit that like and that subscribe button, and don't forget to watch the next video too.